I believe that business needs to develop its political quotient. Consider that historically, the mining industry and the agricultural sector were the bedrock of the South African economy. So businesses in those sectors need to be alive to the politics of the dominant party in the provinces in which they operate, that being the ANC. So if you're operating in provinces like the Northwest, Limpopo, Mpumalanga, Free State and KZN, for example, and you are not alive to the shifts and changes of the political landscape of the ANC, life will be very difficult for you. Currently, however, the dominant industries are services sector, and in order for you to be relevant in the services sector, you need to understand the political landscape in two key provinces, Gauteng and the Western Cape. In those provinces, you need to be alive to the politics of the ANC, the DA, and the EFF. Consider the DA, for example. You need to be mindful of the politics of race that continues to plague the DA. Considering the EFF, you need to be mindful of the politics of disruption that continues to characterize the modus operandi of the EFF. As far as the ANC is concerned, you need to be mindful of the scourge of corruption that seems to haunt them as they seek to cleanse themselves and remain relevant to the electorate. Now, we shouldn't be concerned about these things only in the context of one electoral point in time, i.e. the 3rd of August 2016. We should be concerned about these issues and the patterns around these political shifts through time. We now recognize, and we should recognize as business, that there is a shift taking place, and this shift has introduced a great deal of instability and uncertainty. And as business people, we thrive when there's more stability and there's more certainty. So in order for us to influence our operating environment to ensure there's greater stability, greater certainty, we need to be politically astute, we need to be politically aware, we need to be politically engaged. Not once every 4 years or once every 5 years as the case might be, but all the time. And in order for us to be real players in changing society, we need to have strong political intelligence. So how do we develop this political intelligence, this political quotient? Well, let me propose. Firstly, business and society in general is invited to participate in the policy-making space. So, what do I suggest? Accept the invitation. Get involved. Don't complain after the effect. Get involved and shape the policy-making process. That's first. Secondly, government collects a lot of data and publishes that data. Right? For example, the South African Reserve Bank, Stats SA, SARS, and so forth. Lots of data is available out there. But in my experience, very few people in business engage with that data to draw important conclusions that can help in how we run the business and how we help government to allocate its resources. And thirdly, go out there and touch someone who lives in a context that is very different from yours. Go out there and immerse yourself in cultures and experiences that will enable you to understand how people make sense of this complex environment in which we operate.